Hello guys, Chris here, welcome back to another video. Today my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GTX 750 Ti in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, which is the Battle Royale mode, of course. We're running a Ryzen 7 3700X, 16 gigs of RAM. Of course, you don't need these specs to not bottleneck this GPU. Something like a 3rd Gen i5 should absolutely get the same FPS as we're about to see in this video. We're gonna be playing, of course, at 1080p. It's not at 1080p now for some reason. Alright, we're gonna be playing here at 1080p, as you can see right there and there. Everything here is turned down to the lowest settings. There's a couple of caches. These two actually make a difference and will give you a couple of FPS more, so enable those if you want to, and everything else of course is on the lowest or disabled. By the way guys, I will be testing every GPU I have that supports this game here, so yeah, that includes the GT 1030, which many of you asked for in the previous video, GTX 1650 Super, GTX 1060, GTX 960 and GTX 950, everything, you know, everything. So keep tuned in my friends, because the next few days or weeks are gonna be Call of Duty Modern Warfare coupled with a few Fortnite videos and a few Apex videos that I still have to test. So let's go. It is not looking pretty here for the GTX 750 Ti. Look at the FPS, guys, here in the plane. It's really bad. Things have stabilized a little bit here. 30 something FPS, 28 sometimes. It's not the best experience. Obviously, you shouldn't play at 1080p with the 750 Ti, guys. We're just gonna go ahead and drop in the hospital, whatever that is. There it is. We're gonna drop there, and then we are going to downtown, okay, which has tons of buildings and stuff for us to play around with and hide ourselves from the enemies. That's all that matters, you know. The FPS, guys, I'm gonna start counting it, by the way. Oh gosh. Oh, there's an enemy there. We're going that way. Never mind. Don't care. I also forgot that we start with a pistol. That was a very good idea for me to come this way right away. Okay, so as you can see right here, sometimes you can actually get close to 40 FPS, even surpass 40 FPS here, but it's not gonna be a smooth experience throughout the game here with the GTX 750 Ti at 1080p, of course, and we are using all of the lowest settings here in this game. So except for those two caches, which actually improve your FPS by a couple of FPS, so yeah, I recommend you to leave those enabled. By the way guys, you will need something like 12 gigs of RAM, not VRAM, well maybe VRAM as well if you want to play at like 1440p high settings. Oh boy, oh this is really good. Oh my gosh, we got a really good skin in this one as well. Alright guys, in some areas you're gonna get higher than 30 FPS, but in other areas, yeah, it's gonna be in the 20s. It's not looking good guys. Okay, so 750 Ti, avoid playing with 30 FPS. It is actually a little bit more demanding than the normal multiplayer match, but that's to be expected. It's really well optimized anyways. A map this size with 150 players is only getting like 5 to 10 less FPS than in the normal modes. Oh my gosh, look at our FPS. This is it guys, okay? Just gonna swap my weapons here. Yeah, not playable at 1080p. I'm not sure if you guys were expecting it to be playable at this resolution. I certainly wasn't really, and that's about what I was expecting. 21 FPS, 1% lows, and 32 FPS on average. So let's go ahead and drop it down to 900p. Where is it? Okay. Alright guys, here we go. 1600 by 900 resolution. Everything else is still the same over here, as you can tell. What the heck? Every time I change resolutions, the brightness gets a little bit messed up here with the 750 Ti. Not sure why, but okay. Let's go. It's still dropping from 30 inside of here in the bank. Oh boy, okay. This is really demanding the bank over there though. Yeah, 27. Oh, guys, this is not really that playable. So I will avoid 1080p as well as 900p. Maybe just play at 720p or lower than that. We're actually going to be testing lower than 720p, messing around with the resolution scale here, because I would really like to see like 60 FPS. 60 FPS, even if we have to play at 800 by 600, I think it's a good experience nonetheless. Just like, for example, in Apex Legends. You know what? I think this is actually running better than Apex Legends. It looks so much better than Apex, but it is running better, you know. Some areas in Apex Legends are more demanding than these here in Call of Duty, and that's just insane to think about, you know. I think we got like 35 FPS on the lowest in Apex Legends with the 750 Ti at 720p, so we'll see if we can manage to get like the same FPS as the Apex Legends video here with the 750 Ti. I would be very, very happy with that, because the game just looks so much better than Apex Legends in my opinion, guys. You know what? Running around, if you... Oh boy, what the heck? Just stop it. What the hell? Guys, we're moving out of here. Oh no, there's one behind me, right behind me. No, please. God damn it. We're going to the Gulag now. In the Gulag at 900p, guys, you can get like a bit better FPS than in the actual game. We got this sawed-off shot. It's not actually sawed-off. Double barrel shotgun. That's what I meant. Alright, guys. Okay, I hit him once. Oh, these are the rocks, of course. What the heck were this guy doing? We're back into it, my friends. Yeah, I'm just gonna touch the ground and change it to 720p right away, you know? Let's go that way, actually. He's gonna open the goddamn parachute. I'm not really sure if I did it or if it was the game. Maybe it was the game. Jesus, that was uncomfortably close. So we got a 40 FPS average here. 1% lows are still very similar to what we got at 1080p. Not sure if that's because of the transitions that we went through, of course, going to the Gulag and whatnot. So yeah, 720p, as you can tell right there, 1280 by 720. Everything else is over here, of course, the same. No, it's the same over here. Crisp, focus. Okay, yeah, guys, look at this. This is a bit messed up. I think they should work on these models here on these crates, because it's too pointy. There's points everywhere. It's kind of trippy, actually. But look at that. We're actually very close to 60 FPS, sometimes surpassing 60 FPS, guys. This is good now. I think it's gonna be a smooth experience above 30 FPS all over the time, all over the place. That's, yeah, I meant to say both of them there, okay? Right, I really need a weapon, MP7. That's not too bad. Let's go ahead and open this drone. Alright then. You know what, guys? I'm enjoying the experience here at 720p with the 750 Ti. I think you could play the game definitely with above 40 FPS all over the time. It's gonna be a sweet experience. You don't really need 60 plus all of the time for it to be playable, I would say. But yeah, if you want, of course, a consistent experience and a competitive experience as well, I think you should aim for those 60 FPS on average at least. So it's playable, it's just not the best, of course. What is this? Oh, it's the loadout. Oh, I don't have... Let's go with this, yeah. Alright. Deagle, let's go with the MG. MG and our trusty M4. So over here we're getting really good FPS by these trees, almost touching 60 sometimes. Over here we're getting like down to the 30s. That's not too bad still. It's still very playable. Our 1% lows are a lot better now compared to the other settings that we tested so far, of course. Yeah, running around, things are looking smooth and good, and we should probably go to like a dense city, I think. So to my surprise, guys, I guess the 750 Ti actually can handle this game absolutely fine at 720p. Honestly, I wouldn't mind playing with these FPS. I would get used to it. I got used to like 30-35 FPS average with Battlefield 3 back in the days and the GT 630M, as I usually say. So this is not a bad experience whatsoever. I think you guys will enjoy it, and the game is free to play right now, and I think it will be free to play forever. So just give it a try with your 750 Ti. I think you'll like it. We're approaching kind of a more building-ish area. What the heck? The texture's just loading in as we walk. I mean, that's fine for me, you know. the textures popping. I will trade that for a really good performance any day of the week, my friends, okay? But yeah, as you can see here, the FPS don't change too much even when you go into a city, which is a sign that this game is really well optimized as well. So yeah, you can expect a consistent experience throughout the entire map, which is of course amazing to think of. So 51 FPS average and 37 FPS 1% lows here at 720p. Let's go ahead and do whatever resolution is the worst here, 800 by 600. Alright guys, 800 by 600 right there, 100% resolution scale. We can't really lower that more than that, so we gotta go into the config files once we test the GT710, for example. Everything else is still the same here. We're getting 60 now. I don't think it's gonna be 60 plus throughout the video. Yeah, okay, so we are still seeing a few drops into the 50s and high 40s sometimes. It's a smoother experience. I would probably play at 720p. The game doesn't really look that good. If we were getting like 60 plus FPS all of the time at 800 by 600, that would be a different story. But like this, with a few drops into the 50s and 40s, I think you should stay away from this resolution. I would play at 720p. The game looks good. It runs okay. It doesn't drop into the 30s too often. It definitely doesn't drop into the 20s, so that's what you want, obviously. And let's just get into the circle here, okay? We're getting 60 plus right here because there's really nothing here, to be honest. But yeah, this is good, guys. The FPS are good here with the GTX 750 Ti at 800 by 600. That's probably enough for us to get a 60 plus FPS average, but it's not enough for 60 plus all of the time. So if you're interested in 60 plus FPS all of the time, I suggest you just upgrade your GPU to something like an RX 570. You can watch my video on it. It's already uploaded, and yeah, it gets pretty much 60 plus FPS at high settings 1080p, so it will have no problem doing so at low settings 1080p as well if you want that higher FPS and higher refresh rate experience, although it still runs around like 110 FPS average at low settings, so it's really not enough for oh boy, okay, I cracked one of them. Oh my gosh, we're gonna die, guys. We're gonna die because I'm playing solos here. I can't see anything there. Oh boy, okay, jump please. Okay, we're good. They're coming for us, guys. Drop. What is this? No, I don't want to drop anything. Okay. Alright. Oh my god, that was a bad idea. I wasn't seeing anything. Alright, so that's it, guys. 70 FPS average, 48 FPS 1% lows at 800 by 600. Not bad whatsoever. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.